Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Evanity Star coming back to you with another video. And today I will be talking about how I am on my way to gaining financial freedom. And when I say financial freedom, I want to take you back into the time when I was growing up. Because saving money, you have to have discipline. And I grew up between a miser and a spendthrift. My father was a miser and my mother was a spendthrift. My father used to tell me that Yvonne is not what you earn, is what you save that is going to make you the person that you want to become in life. And my mother used to tell me that Yvonne, money don't have no bearings on what you become in life. So there was two different conflict. But when I was growing up in Jamaica, things wasn't so difficult. Life wasn't so hard. So my mom used to try to give us as best everything that we wanted as a child. My father used to come in and he would just give my mom a certain amount of money, and wherever that stops, it stops. He's not gonna spend his money. Because we never used to have bills. We had our own house. We just pay light bill, and we never paid water bill because water bill was within the community. The government gave us that. We had enough money for food, and my mom used to do a lot of work, and she used to go to work every day, and she used to spend money on us, taking care of us, and my father used to just work his money and save his money. And I used to admire my father and his discipline when it comes to saving money because he always save before he gets his pay. He's always budgeting what he's gonna do and what he's not gonna do and how he's gonna spend because he usually takes the bus or he had a bike that he had to ride to work, and he will calculate the amount of money that he had to use to purchase gas to go to work for the whole week, and also the money that he has to buy for pay to buy his lunch at work. He never used to carry lunch to work, but he had a cafeteria that they used to give him lunch, and he used to purchase. That is the way he used to purchase his lunch. But my father always saved at least 90% of his salary. My mom, whenever she saves, she's always looking to go back to take it from the bank. I'm always looking at how things it turned out in the end, because it was a learning process for me. I can remember my father used to give me advice that whenever I get my lunch money, I should save my money. And that advice that he gave me had never left me because, he's always believing that whatever you earn is what is going to make you the better person in life. And that always resonated in my heart. So I was able to save my money. So whenever it was time for me to go back to school, whenever I wanted to go back to school on my own because my parents had given up spending money on me, because those days when I was growing up, they didn't spend much on girls. So I was able to save enough money to go back to school. So I started to learn the importance of saving. My father became a self-made millionaire over the years, and also I've seen my grandfather, which is my father's father, also was a millionaire. But they never think that their money was for us. Now my aim is to tell you or to educate you on some of the ways that I have used money, leverage money, so that I can too become a millionaire. But I am not going to be telling you all about these fancy ways and drop shipping and affiliate marketing and this way and that way. I am a registered nurse, or I should say, I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, but I choose to stay at the bedside as a registered nurse because I see where I earn more money this way. So, what I do is whenever I get my pay every 2 weeks, I try to save at least 50% of my earning every 2 weeks, and it is mandatory. And the 50% that I have leave, I try to make way to save some of that money. So I was kind of worried, because I have a way of spending a lot of money, waste money, and I have a way of saving a lot of money. And it's like I'm torn between my father being a miser and my mother being a spendthrift. But in all reality, I have to put my best foot forward. And this is, some of the things that I do in order to save my money so that I can reach to where I'm at today. So this is for individuals who just have a regular 9 to 5 job. I work a 12-hour shift. And some people do they will tell you that whenever they work their money, they are not able to work enough to pay themselves first. They're just living from paycheck to paycheck. But I can tell you, however you're living, you can downsize, cut back, and try to economize to achieve whatever you want in life. Because if you get $20 an hour, or if you get $15 an hour, or if you get $10 an hour, you're still gonna live. So you have to make that sacrifice. So what I do whenever I get my pay, I pay myself first by paying into the 401k, and I try to max out my 401k. And then I try to max out my Roth IRA. So that is one of the first way that I try to put myself in a way where I know that I can gain financial freedom. And then what I do next, after I max out my 401k for the year, which is because I am over 50, I'm able to put in $27,000 into my 401k as a makeup. And also I can put into my Roth IRA. I don't go into a whole lot of savings. I just stay put and be consistent in what I am doing. So, and I also save into mutual fund with Fidelity, and I also have mutual fund with Vanguard. So I am consistent in a way where I allow the money to come out of my bank account automatic. So whatever I have leave for myself, I try to find ways, I can call the bank again and ask them to take certain amount, because sometimes what I do is to work overtime, and if there is holiday, I try to go in on my holidays. And I will also work when I work my holidays. I'm able to gain what you call a PTOS, meaning that you're able to apply for 12 extra hours. So I apply for those 12 extra hours on the holidays, and I add that. So I my 2 extra days that I work, I pick up. It's time and a half. So I will apply that to my savings, and that is been going quite good for me, guys. And I'm telling you, with all those compounding interests and all my dividends that I get from my mutual fund, I turn it back over into it, and I don't touch it. I just continue to live the bare minimum. I try to live the best I can, and I also try to give to family members and friends, because I work long hours, 12 hours, and I work at least 5 days. I try to take 2 days rest period. I don't go over working 5 days. I don't have a lot of expense. My car is paid off for. I choose to give up on my houses. Initially, I had 5 houses. I bought one house that I was living in with me and my family, and I bought 4 apartments that I was renting. Now, during the time I was living in my house was like 2 years old. And when living in the house with my children and everything, things will start getting broken. If it's not the fridge got broken, is the dishwasher disposal get broken, if the microwave is broken, the carpet needs changing out, the roof. There was a time when there was a massive wind just came, and when you look, all the shingles on the top of the roof came off. It was covered with insurance, but and I got that back. But the door needed changing. There was a time when my light bill went to the roof, and I had to change out all the windows in the house just to conserve on energy. And the AC got broken. I had to change out my AC, and that cost thousands of dollars. The recarpeting cost thousands, another set of thousand. I had to do fencing. I had to do plant for flowers. I had to build a barn at the back. It was so much that I had to do that was just constantly costing and costing and costing and costing me. And then I purchased four apartments that I use for renting. And I had to give it to a rental agency so that they could manage my apartment for me. I don't know what was happening. Every minute something got broken. Whenever the tenant will pay their rent, they will take out money for a pipe got broken, microwave need fixing, refrigerator need, and it was a constant every month that was happening, to the point where I got in touch with the tenant and they said nothing was broken. So I don't know who was selling the lies, if it was the rental agency or was it the tenant. Because I'm saying if you're going to be in the house breaking up things like this, you need to come out of the house. And they were saying, Miss Yvonne, we weren't breaking anything. So I feel the rental agency was tacking on that and taking that money for themselves, so because they weren't doing so good either. So I said to myself, you know what, if I'm going to continue like this, it doesn't make no sense. Then it reached to a point where my tenant will live there for a couple of months and they will tell me, oh, I cannot get any rent because the tenant didn't pay any money. So the tenant will end up living there for 1, 2, 3 whole month and they will move out. So all that expenses had to come out my pocket in order to pay, so that it don't affect my credit score. So it was bad. So I had to give up on those apartments and I didn't get back much in return for them, because within North Carolina, the house prices at a certain sta- um at a certain rate, and it has to be sold when it is appraised for a certain price. So I didn't make back much of anything, and by the time I had to pay people to get involved, everything just went out. So I said, all good, good riddance. So I felt good when everything went away. I give up my house and I decided to live in an apartment. Now I am living in this apartment. I really understand what it is to have things broken, because in this apartment you have the washroom door will come off, you have the dish disposal will be broken, you have the fridge will go bad, you have the microwave need to change out, you have the AC want to fix, you have the chirping of the smoke detector need to change out. And they will come and do inspection of the AC. They would say set date to say they're coming to inspect this and to inspect that and inspect that. If I had to do that on my own, then I had to be coming out of pocket really deep with all those different stuff. When you look at the list of fixtures that have gone through since I'm here for the 6 years, it's so much. So now I started to understand what I was really going through when I had my own apartment and I had to maintain those things. When I file back taxes at the end of the year, I used to get back a certain amount when I claim all of those things. But for the for the 11 months that I had to go through with all that stress, the whole year that going through with all that stress, it wasn't worth it. So I decided to give up on the houses and live into an apartment where I feel so stress free. I feel and look much better. A lot of times when you see me in the earlier videos, that is when I just came here and I was going through a lot, stress, just laying in my bed and just shaking, because I wasn't making no money, much money. I was going to school and all these expenses, this overhead cost was just coming down on me. So I said to myself, no, I had to give this up and I have to save because I'm on a financial journey, and this is what I'm going to do. I have sacrifices that I have to make, and I'm going to make it. And I was determined. I will pray and ask Heavenly Father to guide me and help me so that I can attain or maintain that persistent behavior, that I had to have that drive, that driven force in order to allow me to have the willpower so that I can say, because it's very easy for me to just come, oh, when I get my pay I want to do this, and before you know, all my money is finished. And I say, you know what, it is not going to be like that. So I make sure that whenever I get my pay, I pay myself first. And also, whenever I get my whenever I have to buy gas for my car, because as I tell you, my car is paid off for, and I have a truck that I still have payment on that truck, but my son takes over that truck because he wants the truck. So I give it to him. He's making that payment. And my insurance, I pay my insurance. So you see, and then I have a good insurance because I have a comprehensive. So in case anything, even though my car is paid off for, I still have the truck. So I just maintain a comprehensive payment, so that I can, if anything should happen to my car, I can get back my car, or they can put me into a rental, something that is good. So I have a very good coverage with Geico. So I still don't live frugal. I try to live humble so that I can sustain myself in a humble way without having to spend a whole lot of money. And it has been, so far, it has been going good for me. So right now, I have maxed out my 401k and I have maxed out my Roth IRA. So that excess money that I will get, because I can't put no more money into it. So that post tax now. So I will be paying more in tax now, because when I was paying into my 401k, I had I was paying less taxes because all of those were pre-tax. Now, money now is that I'm putting in my mutual fund is post tax. So I've paid the taxes already and I put it into my mutual fund. But if I have to get it out still, I think that I have to pay tax. I've never drawn from my mutual fund, so I'm not sure to tell you if I have to pay any taxes or anything like that. But when I get dividends, I think you have to pay on the dividends. You pay tax, but I always turn back the dividends over into investing, and it has been doing so good to me. There are times when I'm tempted, like, I come up, I would say, well, I want to purchase a house and, purchase a nice house. And every time I get the deposit, like the deposit, and, certain amount of money, I put it into my mutual fund. Then I start over again. And I said, you know what, I'm going to save to buy a house. Then I get a certain amount of money, I just put it back into my mutual fund, because I said, what's the use? All of this money I can turn it into investment and I can still live here and I'm comfortable. And if I so desire in the future, if I want to purchase a house, then I will purchase that house. So, but for right now, I am trying to live as low on funds as possible and as comfortable as I can be. I try, I eat out sometimes because I live my life regularly. You get what I'm saying? But I don't have that extra cost with taking care of children and doing this and doing that. I just do it if I have to. You get what I'm saying? If they ask me for anything and I can do it, I do it. But I don't have to, because I'm no, all my kids are grown. All my kids are grown and I feel so good. I look better I look better and I feel better. My health, everything is falling into place because I'm not so stressed out. I'm just taking, because you see, in life, when you have worked to a certain level in your life and you feel like you have achieved certain things, you have that feeling of wellness. that comes over you. You're not so exhausted and stressed out. When I go to work, I'm not on any stress. I just know everybody's trying to emulate me because I'm trying to encourage other people to do the same. I'm not trying to force anything on them because sometimes in life that the more you climb, the more you expose, the more you get is the more you want. And they just keep complaining. And I have to let them know how blessed they are and the opportunity that they have. And a lot of people don't have the opportunity what they have. Because the salary that I get right now is 4 person have to come together within a month to earn that amount of money. So I have the opportunity now, instead of I go into affiliate marketing or drop shipping or this side hustle or that side hustle. My side hustle is to pick up 2 extra day and work the holiday and work on the weekends. So I try to work Saturday and Sundays, and what I mean, so that I can get that extra weekends incentive, and I also can get I work on holidays so that I can get that holiday and that extra PTOS days, and I pick up 2 days extra shift. So those are my side hustles with my regular pay. Those are my side hustles, and I'm doing quite fine. And I'm able to put a lot of money into my savings and able to max out and to use that money now that I've maxed out now, that extra money that I would have saved, I save it somewhere else. And I'm telling you, man, I've been doing so good. So if I can do this, guys, you can do it too. And do not even think that, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. You have to develop a strong mindset, and it's not easy because saving has to do with discipline. And you don't need a fancy car, you don't need fancy outfits. Guys, you can go to the thrift shop, you can go to the flea market. You can buy cheap clothes. You don't have to buy all these fancy clothes. If you put it in the washing machine, it is finished. And a lot of people has been so, they just spend and they love to spend. And to me, spending is like an addiction. So I can tell you, you can save just working your 9 to 5. You can save just working your 9 to 5, because I can tell you this, guys. Take it from me. I have saved and I have purchased cars and houses and all of that. And I turn around and I look, there is no money. At the end of the day, I see all this money that I've worked for the year and no money. And I make a sacrifice to myself and I say, you know what? This is not going to happen again. I am going to work for the year, and despite the government taking out a certain amount of money for taxes out of my money, and I'm looking at the taxes, I must be able to see more money saved. So if I work, say I work 100,000, and like $30,000 come out for taxes, I'm supposed to see at least half of that money into saving, where it can go have compound interests and compound interest and compound interest and compound interest, so that I can feel good. I can, guys, I'm telling you, like I tell you, I'm going to repeat this again. My father always tell me, Yvonne, it's not what you earn, is what you save. And I can tell you, despite my father being a millionaire, when I say millionaire, it's not millionaire in the United States, it's millionaire in Jamaica. So at that time compared to now, it's still, but I've seen his dedication, his hard work, and how he just planned out what he's gonna do and put things on this and this and this and this. And then when the wear this fall off, it is staying that way. If he comes home and he give my mom $20, and my mom has to learn how to spend that $20. I used to tell my mom, Mama, then when you give your $20, you can't try and save $10 out of it and then save your money. My mom don't think about that. She just spend. But I see the end result of my mom spending, and see how things get hard, and how my father saving has made him so feeling so good at the end of his life. So I decided to put my shoulder to the wheel and to achieve and to achieve and to achieve. I mean, I've achieved as much as a lot of people will do, because like I said, I'm just working as a registered nurse. And I'm telling you, I am doing this because I know that I'm saying this to some people, because some people think that you have to have side hustles and side hustles and side hustles. Not everybody can have side hustles. Not everybody have the device, like the computers and all of these things, to go into side hustles, or even having a high phone. Not everybody can do that, but I can tell you, majority of the people have work. They can work a 9 to 5 job, and you can make it by starting to save on your 9 to 5 job. If you start at an early age and you're dedicated and you're persistent and you put away these money with the intent that you're paying a bill, and you don't look at it and let it grow with on compound interest, then you will see the reward. I'm not telling you to go and put your money in the bank, because you're not going to see the money grow in the bank. Yes, you will, providing you put the money in the bank. Yes, but you know that your money is always attached to a debit card. So you're going to use your money in the bank. You want to put a contingency fund, like, you're going to try and save some money in the bank in case you should lose your job or certain things may happen and you have that money. But you must always use your investment as a way of paying a bill, where you don't have to go back into your investment to do anything. Just don't even think about it, and you will see the reward, guys. I can tell you, because I am a true testimony. I am a true testament of saving, and what it is to save in order to have, so that I can benefit myself and benefit others. And also it can give you that peace of mind, knowing that you have achieved. Because I can tell you, a lot of people come into the hospital and you see them sick and they're depressed and they don't have nothing and they're hopeless and they have gloom, because they have worked all their life and they don't have nothing, and they just reach that stress point in their life where they just give up. And you have people who, they're 60s and 70s and they look so youthful and so prosperous and looking, because they started a foundation from they were younger, and they when they see their achievement, they feel so happy, because peace of mind. When you have peace of mind, peace of mind in your hand, peace of mind. When you have that peace of mind, then you have all the health and the good feeling that you will ever have. So, guys, just say one up to Evanity if you decide to take this journey to save and to invest in your 401k, in your Roth IRA, and your mutual fund. Make use of any saving that your job have to offer. If you have the 401k and they're matching it, make sure you match it with them. Do not neglect these things, guys, because you're going to be sorry in the future. Make sure you put, don't ever say you don't have enough, or you don't ever say you don't have enough or you can't do it. You can. You can. You can. You can. So, guys, just say you can. Just put you can. So if you're watching the video until this time, guys, that simply means that you get something from this lesson. So, guys, just continue to like, share, subscribe to my video, turn on the post notification bell so that you can be informed of more videos to come. And I will keep you updated, guys, on my journey to financial freedom. So, guys, just walk good and be safe. Bye.